Excellencies, dear participants, it is an honor for me to be part of such a distinguished group of speakers and to deliver remarks for this event. The COVID-19 pandemic has imposed further challenges to the complex and highly interconnected system of international relations. Thus, this has also been a strong and constant reminder of the importance of international cooperation and efficient multilateralism in addressing global challenges. The importance of respecting the rules-based international order and the need to build up our strategic resilience are also paramount. To this end, multilateral action and cooperation, even if at times too slow or imperfect, are preferable to politically driven self-isolation. They are also essential in our efforts to define the most appropriate tools for crisis management and swifter recovery at national, regional, and global level. In fact, one of the most valuable lessons that we drew and translated into political and diplomatic action over the past year is that unilateral action is neither sustainable nor effective in fighting complex, unpredictable, and prolonged threats to our health and way of life. In March last year, when the pandemic hit Europe, Romania included, a natural temptation of turning inwards and finding protectionist solutions at national level was very present. However, the EU member states were wise enough, soon enough, to reject the path of individual approaches and to work for the most part united as EU 27. As one of the most important lessons learned last year was the tight interdependence between the national and the international spheres, between domestic and foreign policy making, we have focused on what we may now call the return to fundamentals of our foreign policy and the enhanced and streamlined use of all available instruments. To the direct benefit of Romanian citizens, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs led repatriation efforts for thousands of citizens and the establishment of green lanes for the transport of goods across the EU. We then moved to support the Romanian government's efforts in ensuring access to vaccines and attracting EU funds for recovery. At EU level, an agreement was reached in record time on the future EU budget and on the recovery plan for Europe, an ambitious instrument dedicated to putting our economies back on track. Romania was the first EU member state to host the strategic rescue stockpile of medical equipment, consisting among others of ventilators and protective masks. We facilitated deliveries of such equipment in support of EU countries such as Italy, Spain, Lithuania, but also neighboring countries in the Western Balkans. Romania was also the first allied state to access and benefit from the strategic airlift capability developed under NATO's aegis to bring medical supplies from South Korea at the beginning of the crisis. The Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs also facilitated medical missions to Italy, United States, the Republic of Moldova, and Slovakia. We focused our actions in support of our neighbors, based on our core belief that a safe neighborhood is a key precondition for a secure, safe, and prosperous European Union. The most telling example in this regard is the support provided to the Republic of Moldova, where we shipped medical equipment worth over 3.5 million euros last year. We organized a medical mission, and we are now implementing a support package announced by the President of Romania in December last year. As part of this package, we have also provided medical equipment worth of 2.3 million euros. And we have already donated more than 300,000 vaccine doses, which arrived in Chisinau in the past few months. In the following period, a support package for Ukraine will become operational, consisting of medical equipment worth over 1 million euros. The COVID-19 pandemic also drew attention to the fundamental role that official development assistance has in helping vulnerable countries already confronted with profound challenges and pre-existing inequalities. Therefore, Romania, an emerging donor of official development assistance, that proved considerable expertise in various fields of interest for the development partners, currently works towards further broadening its development activities by mobilizing resources and expertise, including through financial and in-kind assistance. We are also aligning our bilateral aid activities with the priorities of recipient countries. Romania is active in the field of good governance, which mainly results from our own transition experience regarding modernizing public institutions and forging a lasting democracy based on the rule of law. At the same time, Romania is also active in sharing its experience in sectors such as education, fight against corruption, health, agriculture, strengthening of the civil society, disaster risk reduction, and strengthening of crisis management. be it with neighboring countries or with more remote regions interested to establish their own development on sustainable grounds. The extended Black Sea region and the Western Balkans are of particular importance for Romania's policies in the field of official development assistance. However, we are not losing sight of other geographic areas of interest, such as the Middle East and North Africa region, Sub-Saharan Africa, Central and Southeast Asia, and Latin America. In line with its policy priorities, Romania addressed not only challenges faced by middle-income countries with a special focus on its neighborhood, but also least developed countries and small island developing states. In the spirit of the Team Europe approach, in 2020, Romania supported global efforts devoted to fighting the sanitary crisis by contributing to improving national health systems and preparedness in the Republic of Moldova and other European partner countries, as well as in Africa, the Middle East, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Hard times can constitute a driver for reform and improvement at home and abroad, for building strength and strategic resilience in all its dimensions, from a political dimension by staying true to protecting our democratic values and the rule of law, to the economic dimension by strengthening our supply chains and protecting open trade, to the green and digital transformation driving the strengthened resilience and future perspectives of our societies. I wish all the participants a successful event and fruitful debates, and I once more commend the organizers for putting this event together. Thank you.